call me Madenge Alex from the Nyeri High School, ready to firmly oppose this motion which states talent development negatively affects academic performance. I am bamboozled. I am sad to believe that these human beings who are ready to come and tell us that drama festival affected our academics. Drama festival affected our academics. Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Quote me from Father Dr. Anthony Munene. I wish you are attentive to hear that. We mentioned music festivals and we did not mention drama. We are here to speak of an engineer who is today making us laugh. All his skills drew from talent. I am here and I am so amazed at the fact that one of you readily opposed what you are allegedly supposed to propose. And you say that we all are all-round student. Yes, that's what we want. An all-round student. A man or a woman who is going to stand like King Kaka and tell them, wajinga nyinyi, simply because I'm a lecturer at ZTech University, simply because I have a Bachelor of Education in Arts and in Music. Am I not supposed to engage in condemning, in eliminating poverty out of our community through my talent? Am I not ready to believe that 3.6 million students today in Africa are vaping? I mean, 2 out of 3 students are using alcohol today. They are linked to that position. What is affecting talent development? I call it learning environment. Negative learning environment. I will quote Haile Gebrselassie, 20 kilometers to and back to school and back home. He used to do that every day. Believe you me, today, that man is great in his career. Today, he is great not because he was deterred by his talent. Today, he is standing as the best marathoner in Ethiopia. Quote me from Olympics.com. I am speaking about these volcanic mountains you called, and I will say, these are the volcanic mountains we are running all. SDG goal number 10, reduced inequality. Positive environment, ultimate performance, soaring the vision.
The proposers, you have a minute to make your closing remark.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a question. What is your main aim to go to school? What is the aim of your parents to pay that school fees? Is it at the end of the day, you come bring for them a certificate? Mom, I went to here and here and I was able to be the best footballer. Mom, I was able to go to the drama festivals and look at my certificate. I was the best. Or, is it, but then again, for how long? Ladies and gentlemen, we are not against talent. But what we believe, academics should come first before talent development. I rest my case. Thank you.
The opposers, you have a minute to make closing remark.
Alcohol gives you energy. I am doomed and I am so sad, tears on my face, broken heart to believe that. Am I to blame for the laziness of a student who performed in drama festival and didn't study? Am I to blame for the questions to answer to the parent? No, I am here to be blamed for condoning and accepting the reality. The reality is talent development does not affect negatively academic performance. I will talk about Shamaki 2005 www.fileseric.ed.gov. It states that idealness, according to Nigeria, is the resultant pact which comes against talents. Idealness in the learning environment. Think about that child in Turkana who is walking for 18 kilometers from home to school. Think about that young man who is in the slums not knowing what they are going to eat. Isn't that what's going to make our country go down in academics? I am so sad. Harvard University has employed 7 months cohort program for talent development. Positive deviations, ultimate environment soaring deviation.
We've come to the end of the third motions debate, and we welcome the judges to make their comments.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah, so far so good. Our competitors, as usual, you've put your best foot forward. As much as possible, you presented what you could. And so I'll just comment on the Nyeri High group. So far, so good. The first speaker, you did quite well in your role as the first speaker. I noted a good use of just involving even the opponents by just asking them some rhetorical questions, which is a good style. And as you began, you also cited your source. That one to me is always important. Then the second speaker, according to what I have here, just again another questioning to the opponent. You know, that way you are involving us, even us as the audience, because we can see it is an involving debate. And then good flow of points from the beginning to the end. And still also I noted that your sources were also very well cited. And then the last person, when you began, it was good. I had Mr. Bean and other talented characters. That is, they can relate with them if they hear you as you began. And again, a good rebuttal. That is correction between, you didn't say music, but you said drama. And then good command of English and mastery of content plus examples of statistics. The point is just good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, our judge. I would like to give a comment concerning the proposers. Sorry, the proposers, that is Chinga Girls. And okay, I want to say that the speakers were confident, and that is very good. But I want to state that it is very important that when the first speaker speaks, it is very important that you define the motion for us, and then you also set the pace for the rest of the speakers when they come forward. I also noted the second speaker, that is Sharon. You quoted an example of Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think your point was not very convincing, because we actually know he's one of the richest sportsmen.
Points gained. In terms of points gained, we shall elaborate that further. That's what happens all the time, that the team that acquires the highest point in a motion will be given a chance to participate in the semi-finals, being ranked number 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on the number of points. The final motion will pit Bishop Katimo Ngandu as the opposers and Kabare Girls B as the proposers. So it is BB, Bishop Katimo Ngandu and Kabare Girls. As the judges organize the final results, kindly 2 remarks from the audience. Thank you very much. Chinga Girls are now ready. Very exciting. And then Odaya Boys. And finally, anyone else? I am seeing Mikono ya Nyeriai juu. I'm assuming I'm not seeing. Hello, you look good together. Thank you. Chinga Girls.
I'm Chester Hope from Chinga Girls, and each team removed. I'm Chester Hope from Chinga Girls, and each team removed remarkable points. It was really nice and enjoyable to listen to. Thank you.
Mark Peter Kongo from Udaya Boys. The debate was good. You all removed remarkable points. Credit to that. But I'd stand with Chinga Girls for this because even I'm an employer, I'd like to see documents that show educational status. I will not care if you played chess. I will not care if you played the piano. So I'll support Chinga Girls.
Thank you. And finally, please, you don't state who you support when you're making your remark. It's a bit personal. Kabare Girls and BG Gadu B. The names of the debaters to the judges, please. Then finally, yes, sir. Come. Uko nimbali, siwezi fika. Your name, please.
Thank you. My name is Lionel Lefi. The debate was... My name is Lionel Lefi, and the debate was enjoyable. And to the proposers, I want to tell them that they should use good examples. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We have noted your point. We have the results. Hosts, please. Let's have the results. Hosts, please. And we shall be through with the next motion in a few. And if you want to leave the room, kindly, for those who want to go for lunch, as the other motion, before it starts, tutaomba watatokea nyuma waende lunch, alafu the motion itakuwa inaendelea. Ikimalizika, tutarudi after lunch, tuingie semi-final and final. We shall announce the teams that will be involved after the other motion. Hosts, please. Silence for the results. And please, I want to make a very kind request, especially to students near high school. You can participate in the music from the floor of the hall. Please, msiende huko juu. In all humility, msiende huko juu. We would like to retain that place, because if you go up there and everybody comes up there, then you are sure tutakuwa na sababu ya kuwa hapa, itakuwa entertainment. Kindly. Host, please.
Well, after this mind-blowing debate, the judges have made their final.
Shake hands. Thank you very much.
Young gun, no one that back calling me splurge. Drop me jump right off the curb. Make this fly like a bird.
Sante.
Spin on the first and the third.
Please come over for a photo.
Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard.
Hey, Alex. Alex.
Give me a stick if they purge.
Someone is taking a photo, please.
Young gun, no one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pour us a serve. Fucking this bitch like a perm. Smack on the back of a perm. Ice, the bird.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next item on stage, BG Gandu Kabare Gaos. BG Gandu and Kabare. Kindly, if you are leaving, leave silently. Those who are going for lunch, please go for lunch.
Putting the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. Back then when I was so lit, now I'm lit, they're pissed. That bees, they curved the kid back then when I was so lit. Now I'm lit, they're pissed. Told bro, that you gotta take it slow, but he knows crime play, so he won't go lit. We're 3 for 3, now 6 for 6. Putting the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. I did have to take them trips. Shit, they talking shit and it made me sick. I said fuck school and it made me rich. We did so crack on the 80s ting. The jakes on us and they pray we slip. Said fuck school and I broke the law. Told little bro go stay.
Shikishando mtindo si udu. Shikishando mtindo si udu. Shikishando mtindo si udu. Ndo mtindo si udu. Ndo mtindo si udu. Shikishando mtindo si udu. Kushikishando mtindo si udu. Kushikishando mtindo si udu, ndo mtindo si udu, ndo mtindo si udu. Mtukutu mtoa kutu kwenye luku na sibutu buruburu mtaani mistari kula jaba kila saa. Taxin imejaa mirudogo do mtaa dogo ndio case digidigi ndio clan. Mimi napenda digital na matools ziko ndani zimetoka huko kore na wapoa ni walami wana dance tu vifane juu track joni kali. Kushikishando mtindo si udu. Kushikishando mtindo si udu.
Lifika jiji nikakutana na budako akaniambia kanivaa kwa pendagi za mamako. Kisirisiri tukakutana kwako ni click bang juu ya kitanda chako.
Hamna hela nini mnate seka nyinyi unalipa madeni na pochi yako. Miaka ni 20 huko chini 60 na mneti unatuvunjia mgongo.
Ulinipaka chance na nikapita nako uliponipiga intro siku ya introduction. Anani finance na school fees zako alinipeanga info kwanza yesi babako.
Safe banga ama tutadu it your way. Yeah, wacha nikuse usiniogope babe. Leo na finesse na ujanja leo nita maintain.
Music please. Music. Thank you very much. Teams Kabare BG Gandu on stage please. Kindly on stage please. Kindly, teams.
21, can you do something for me? Can you hit a little rich flex for me? Then 21, can you do something for me? Drop some bars to my pussy.
Hey, music please.
Then 21, can you do something for me? Can you talk to the ops next for me? 21, do your thing. 21, do your thing. Do your thing, 21.
Yellow diamonds in the watch. This shit costs a lot. Never seen a bitch or die.
Students near high school, please. Music. Let's settle down for the next debate item, please. Students near high school, settle down kindly. Ama tutoke nje. Students near high school, settle down for the next item, please. Student BG, settle down for the next item, please. Please.
Production.
Get the cheerleaders them some space. Shines here. Walk one.
Every girl feel wine. Girl rock out and wine. Every man grab a girl 'cause the nagging time we a party and enjoy the vibe. Girl wine. Slow down, bust a slow wine. Boy, come grind up your body pan mine. See me position so your body can align. Tick tock, like a me a tell time. Follow the lead and
Hey,
me
music.
lotion. Belly just
Music.
like the
Thank you. The students moving, settle down for the start. The students moving, settle down for the starts. Kindly, if you're sitting down, sit down. If you're moving out, move out. Make a decision very quickly. Close the door. Close the door. Kindly close the door. close that door, please. And excuse me, there are some students near your school who are here and they have not taken lunch. Lunch is being served now. If you miss, you have yourself to blame. So, if you are here, be informed that lunch is being served right now. Close the door, please. Nangoja tufungue mlango. Jordan Oduor, please. Mlango ufungwe. Wale wanaondoka waondoke haraka. Naomba mlango ufungwe. No music for now. Someone close the door for me, please. Mlango ufungwe. Tafadhali. We cannot start with all these movements. Only visiting teams are allowed to come in now. We are starting. I'm insisting. Chairman, fungo mlango. Kindly fungo mlango. Thank you. Funga mlango tafadhali. Allow in only visiting teams. Please, we cannot start. Thank you. Thank you very much. Judges, are we ready? Timekeeper, teams, are we ready? Bishop Gatimu and Kabare. These are BB. Settle down, students, kindly. Settle down. Allow in only visiting schools. Just allow in only visiting teams. Thank you, Jordan. I'm waiting for the teams to come in. Thank you. Hosts, please.
We now have the fourth motion of the first round. And it states, CBC system of education will enhance the growth and recognition of talents.
On the proposing side, we have Kabara Girls High School.
And on the opposing side, we have Bishop Gatimo Gandu Girls.
First proposer, you have 3 minutes to make your opening statement.
True happiness involves True happiness involves the use of one's power and talents. John W. Gardner once said. Kagwe Marion from Kabara Girls High School here to strongly propose the motion that CBC's system of education will enhance the growth and recognition of talents. First, let us start by understanding some few terms here. What is competence? Competence is the ability to do something successfully. Get the word, successfully, with skills. Successfully or efficiently. Not just with logic, with skills. On to my first point. According to Kenyans Consult, one of the advantages of the CBC, it gives the student problem solving and critical thinking. Now, according to SDG number 4, we're talking about quality education. This means that we need an education system that will give us an all-rounded student. 844 teaches you on how to memorize, how to cram, how to remember things, how to perfect on your logs and stats and whatever. But CBC will make you understand what you are taught and help you apply it on ground. I am sure, even you the judges, whatever your mom taught you when you're like 5 years, when you're young as 5 years, you can still do it up to now. But let me ask you, a concept that you did in geography or history or whatever subject you took when you were in high school, you can't even remember, simply because you are cramming for you to pass. For you to pass what cases? That's it. This CBC has come to eradicate that problem. On to my second point. parental empowerment and engagement. Oh, how I wish that my mom will be here before I tackle my English paper 1, paper 2, and physics paper 1 tomorrow for the secondas, simply because she would have given me the moral support that I needed. But for the CBC students, as they come back home in the evening, they come, Mom, I need you to help me make a scarecrow. You a scarecrow. You will even know your child's ability, your child's strength, your child's weaknesses. Not you, for me, my mom knows I am a geography student. I don't even think she knows my talent. Because most of the time we are interacting is, where's your report sheet? Where's your report card? Why did you fail second? What happened? The CBC come to eradicate that problem. On to my third point, community service and community service learning. More often than not, we have seen young girls, young boys dressed in gunias and stuff. Now, the CBC exposes them to apply the knowledge that they learned in class. For us, we know that, yes, scales are green, they are greens, they are vitamins. But let me ask you, the wives of tomorrow, the girls of tomorrow, do you know how to prepare a well meal, a good meal? Do you know how to do that? Apart from reading that the types of food, their vitamins, their carbohydrates and all that, do you know how to use them? So I'll just ask you, would you give a man fish and feed him for a day? Or teach him how to fish and feed him for a lifetime? Thank you.
First opposer, you have 3 minutes to make your opening statement.
Don't be framed by the competition. Trust our reputable, our solid reputation. I am Aisha Amida Bilal from the Bishop Gatimugandu Girls, here to strongly oppose the motion that states the CBC system of education will enhance the growth and development of talents. First of all, you've talked about the future wives or future girls of tomorrow asking us if we can prepare a meal. I am sorry, but the 844 system teaches home science. Or doesn't your school offer home science? So in this home science, they learn how to prepare these foods. These foods that you are asking us if we know how to prepare, and this is still the 844 system. Please learn our system. Learn the system that you are currently learning in. You're talking about this 844 system, this CBC system that you want. You've forgotten that this 844 system is producing our well-renowned doctors. These teachers here to teach you, they are from the 844 system, not from the CBC system. If this teacher was being told to go and make a scarecrow while they were 9, is that what they are teaching you in your physics lessons? I believe not. Now, on to my first point. Dependence on one particular area of study. Now, if you look at the CBC system, it makes you focus on only one area. If, for example, my first few years of school, I participate and I perform very well in art and design or in music, this is what they want me to do for the rest of my life. It is not giving me a chance to explore any other talents that I have. Remember, the CBC system also offers STEM subjects, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These are the bases of white-collar jobs that are the future of our country, and white-collar jobs that our parents appreciate from our 844 system and this CBC system that is also trying to implement them. On to my second point. Lack of funds or finances. Now, or the statement from Standard by Protos Onyango in the year 2020, November 16, stated that the expenditure rose from 625.5 billion in the year 2016 and 2017 to 7,685 billion in the year 2018 to 2019. funds, you have seen that in our country, any expenditure on the government is taxes on the. Now you expect me to pay for a talent on CBC that I cannot afford? Are you seriously trying to tell me that? And I will not rest my case until the side affirmative realizes that they are standing on the wrong side and that proposing this motion is simply sitting in a clay pot and waiting to be rained on.
Second proposer, you have 3 minutes to rebuttal.
Use your talent, use the talent that you possess, for the woods would be silent if the birds did not sing. Henry Van Dyke. Here to Nicole Wangoi, Kabare Girls. I'm here to tell you, to guide you, that CBC is in fact perfect for development of talents. You've talked about home science being a subject in the 844. That's fine, but home science is an elective subject in the system. Home science is an elective subject in the system. This shows that 844 does not really value these things. 844 does not value the skills that are taught in CBC, the skills that are required to develop these talents. My first point. CBC fosters the development of crucial soft skills such as imagination and creative thinking. According to a study undertaken by Australian University, Macquarie University, sampling Kenya, Canada, Italy, and other global countries, most failures of global leaders is that they lack problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills. These skills are enhanced by creativity and imagination. You need creativity, you need imagination to solve problems. 844, a Kenyan system, does not teach this. The only thing that I've gained from 844 about imagination and creativity is that they are words. They are nouns. That's the only thing I know about them. Second point. CBC enables learners to distinguish between theory and practical work. Take, for example, my younger brother, a CBC student. In school, he's taught art theory, and when he comes home, he's given art assignments. That's the practical bit of it. Through these assignments, learners are able, as well as their teachers, they're able to identify these talents and build on them. My little brother taught art in school as theory, given an art assignment, is an artist. I stand by that. My little brother can draw all of you here as you are. And how did you discover this? Through the practical bit of art in CBC. So really, if you want to support that CBC does not develop talents, then I must tell you, you're sailing a capsizing ship.
Second opposer, you have 3 minutes to rebuttal.
Well, to the proposer's side, you've talked of home science being an elective subject. So let me pose this question back to you. Does it mean that you as a wife who has not studied CBC can't make tea for your husband? Now, you've talked about creativity. In Kenya, we have various innovations. Take, for example, the M-Pesa innovation. It was one of the Kenyans who invented that. And you know what? He was a product of the 844 system. What do you have to say about that? Now, a quote from James Cameron, it says, if you set your goals ridiculously high and it is a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. Our only competition is the sun. Now, from the Bishop Gatimungandu Girls is Elsie Gloria on this factorial journey, eminently opposing the motion that states system of education will enhance the growth and recognition of talent. Now, according to www.creativecampus.com, there is lack of validity and reliability of learners in CBC's course. In CBC, children do not get to understand where they stand at in learning. An example of how we are being graded today, you are able to know, I am weak in this particular area, I am weak in this particular subject, hence you can be able to work smartly and improve on your weak areas, unlike in CBC. Then, in CBC education, pupils require guidance from their parents in order to develop their talents. Well, according to Kenya Demographic Health Survey done in 2022-2023, it shows that most parents are busy satisfying the financial. They are busy. Most parents want to satisfy their financial needs, and hence they end up neglecting their children. And remember, CBC requires parents to be there for them to be able to nurture their talents. In the 844 system of education, we are able to make comprehensive judgment on the field of work. It provides a broad, comprehensive curriculum that covers various subjects and disciplines, while in CBC, you only choose what you feel passionate about, and maybe if you had acquired general knowledge, your judgment on your career will suit you best. And with that, I rest my case and your case too.
We now invite the audience to pose a question to each of the debating side. One question each, please.
My question goes to the opposing side. Can you please give a more relevant example or more examples on who is a product of the 844 system? Because the Safaricom one did not go through the 844 system, but instead went through the 7423 system, which is very similar with the CBC. Thank you.
My name is Joy Christine Wanjiko from the Bishop Gatimungandu Girls School. Here to have a question to the proposers. If I may quote what you say that in 844 we cram, right? You also say that after we pass KCSE, we forget all about what we cram. Now for my questions. What about the teachers teaching you? Did they forget what they cram? What about the doctors who are healing you? What about the judges right here who are judging you? Who are trying to come up with a solution? Did they forget all about it? Thank you.
One question each, so.
So my question goes to the proposing side, the second proposer mostly. You said that the 844 system teaches us that imagination and innovation are just words. So my question to you is, when you're writing your essays in English and inchas in Kiswahili, most likely in functional writing, is that not teaching you to be imaginative? And also, when you said about innovation, we have things like the science congresses and the STEM program. Do those relevant systems not teach you to be innovative? Thank you.
Final question.
My name is Sandra Karemi from Kabare Girls, and my question is to the opposers, specifically the first one. You said, you gave an example that if a student in the CBC system is doing well in a particular subject, and you gave the example of art and design, that student will be demanded to continue with that for the rest of his or her life, regardless of whether, without giving the student an opportunity to explore other options. But the CBC curriculum offers up to 15 subjects. Art and design is simply one. What do you mean you will not be given the opportunity to explore other options? Thank you.
So we've come to the end of the questioning forum and to the proposing side. You've been asked on a rather sensitive question on whether teachers and doctors should forget what they learned and what they practice, and concerning essays that students write, on whether the CBC involves imagination and innovation. While to the opposing side, you've been asked to provide relevant examples on who is a product of the 844 system with reference to the Safaricom idea that you presented to the audience that has been declined due to being similar to the CBC. The proposer, you have 3 minutes to respond to the audience.
If a man has talent and cannot use it, he has failed. If he uses only half of it, he has partially failed. And if he does and he uses all his talent, he has succeeded. Kamau Ashley Wairimo from the Kabare Girls High School, strongly proposing the motion, the CBC education system will enhance the growth and recognition of talent. To the question that was posed to the proposer's side, the teachers, you've said that the teachers, they teach us in classes, and yet the content they used was used from high school. I don't really think so. The teachers still go to universities, don't they? Don't they still have to cram the content? Don't they still have to go back to their lesson plans? Don't they still have working plans? They have to do it on time. Have you ever gone to a department, for example, an English department, had teachers saying, I have to prepare for a lesson. We have functional writing, we have essay writing. Don't these teachers need to keep on reminding themselves, or else content will be forgotten? The other question, essays writing and functional writings and the science programs, they use creativity and innovation, right? But science programs, allow me to say this, they were from the 7423 system, which is, of course, similar to the CBC, right? Essay writing, functional writing. For instance, functional writing, you're given a strict criteria to follow, aren't you? You have to follow the procedures or else you'll miss a mark. You have to cram each and every step or else you lose. Essay writing, biology essays. Forget 1 point, that's it. Now, on to my first point. The CBC allows you to recognize and grow your talent. Of course, I cannot use my talent unless it has been grown. And CBC gives me a forum of such. It majorly focuses on my ability to develop the talent. For example, I went to the Jalin Junior School around my home. They make their own dusters. They make their own pens. Without this, they wouldn't have been able to. CBC allows you to recognize your talents. They focus on what you're able to do. It's all rounded. On to my second point. It is learner focused on the individual. As a result, the teachers can familiarize themselves with the students regarding their strengths and weaknesses, according to Ivy Malloy on Kenyan Consult. Teachers, most of us, according to the 844 system, have a fear that we develop towards our teachers. But with the CBC, the teachers are able to interact with the students. They major on what they're able to do. And with that, I rest my case. Ashley Kamau, thank you.
Third opposer, you have 3 minutes to respond to the audience.
If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. A quote said by Wayne Dyer. I would like to persuade my fellow opponents to join our team because they have to change their way of thinking. They have to change the way they look at things. Michelle Njoroge from the Bishop Katimugandu Girls High School, ready to strongly oppose the motion that states that the CBC system of education will enhance growth and recognition of talents. One of the questions asked was to give a relevant example of someone who has succeeded in the 844. I will first start by answering this question. There are many examples of people who have succeeded in the 844 system, yet in the CBC system, we have none yet. One of them being Benzema, who is a well-known Gengeton renowned artist. He did music. He went through the 844 system of education. Another example is Pilot Muigai, who is working with the Kenya Airways and went through the 844 system. Do you have any example of one who went through the CBC system? There is no example of a child or anyone else who learned art and craft in CBC right now and is known in Kenya because of their talent. No, there isn't. Then the second question asked was, you told us that you stated that CBC our point on CBC making someone to focus on only one particular area or subject was not relevant. Yes, actually it is. Why? Because when you go into an exam room, a CBC exam room, and you're doing art and crafts, you pass in that subject. Why do you pass? Because you have a passion in it. That is why your teachers will influence you to go with what you are good at. But when you look at the 844 system, you are doing many subjects, which will give you a better variety of subjects to choose from. One should not depend on only one thing as being the major thing. It is said that you should not put your eggs into one basket. Then I would also want to give a point on why CBC will not enhance the growth of talents and recognition of their talents, being that there are no reliable resources in the CBC system. Yes, the government will say, we are going to use CBC, we are going to fund them, but there's nothing that we're seeing coming up. There are no music lessons, there are no musical instruments, so how do you expect to develop your talent? I will not rest my case.
The proposers, you have a minute to make your closing remark.
Allow me to pose a question to the opposer's side. Did you really understand the motion? It clearly states CBC education systems will enhance the growth and recognition of talents. But I really think you're majorly talking about education. We are talking about talents. CBC will allow you to focus on your talents. As you have said, for you to become a doctor, you also require to be good at your bio. Just like the CBC allows you to major on your talents. Ashley Kamau, rest my case.
Opposers, you have a minute to make your closing remark.
Again on stage is Aisha Amida Bilal from the Bishop Gatimugandu Girls, here to strongly oppose the motion that says that the CBC system of learning will enhance the growth and recognition of talents. First, you're saying that we are majoring on education, but isn't learning part of education? Isn't this CBC also part of the education system that I would like to ask, who said that you have to cram to pass your exams? Because that was one of the points that was given. Please sit down and listen during your lessons. Don't just wait afterwards to cram. I would also like to state that most of the points that we gave went unrebutted. Now, if you can't rebut us, can you really prove to us that you deserve to carry the day? I believe that the side after is a win, but we have a win-win.
We've come to the end of the fourth motion of the first round. We invite the judges to make their comments.
Okay, thank you so much, our host. I would like to give comments concerning the proposers, that is Kabara Girls. Okay, one, the presenters were confident, and that is very good. That was very good from all the presenters. Marion, our first speaker, you did the definition of the motion very well. You also gave facts. You quoted the SDGs, which was quite good. But the only issue I had with your point is concerning the scarecrow. How do they enhance learning, especially when you talked about parent involvement? We also have Nicole Oirimo, also a good speaker. You also give us a point on problem-solving skills, and that was also quite convincing. But you also failed to rebut the fact that even 844, we also have that element of creativity and problem-solving. Then our last speaker, that is Ashley Wairimo. Your reply speech, that is now the final speech that you make. You didn't use your time well. You actually had 1 minute to convince the judges why you should take the motion. I don't know why you never utilize your time so that you are able to convince us. Otherwise, that was good debate. I would like to give our next judge to comment about the opposers.
Yes, so to the opposers, the first opposer, I noted a good example of home science, because somebody was saying that because this system that we have currently is not like CBC that is going to major on different practical skills, that home science, maybe the issue of cooking. So you asked them one question, now that they have not been taught that, will they not cook for their husbands? That was a good rebuttaling. And then the next thing that I noted is that your sources were credible from how you illustrated them. And then persuasion, you have good persuasion. Yeah, I noted that you know how to persuade us to believe and to join you in your side. Then the second speaker, a good twist of, I may not have noted the point itself, but I noted a good twist. You were asked something, then you shifted it until it was like a boomerang that goes back to somebody who has just sent it. And citing of sources, as usual, I make sure I confirm just to see if you did your research. And then good articulation and choice of words. And finally, the third speaker, yeah, relevant quote as you began.
the motion. It was related to the motion, and good examples of individuals who succeeded, especially now that it was a question. You used a good example to give that answer. Good research, meaning at least now you are not in a limbo to answer the question. Thank you.
We are now at the very final bit. After this, we are going for the semi-finals. The semi-finals will involve 2 motions with 4 scores. And after that, the final. Let the judges finalize the combination of results so that we know who goes to the final, the semi-final, and eventually the final. After this, we shall have at least a 20 minutes break. 20 minutes break. Then we come back here for the final bit. This break, or we would like to give the motions and toss a coin before we go for the break. Kindly. Before we go for the break, we give the motions and toss a coin. And then we shall allow you go for lunch. Then we shall expect you back here at exactly right now is 3. Right now is 3. And being 3, we want to finish the whole of this business by 5. So we are safe, we are on time, and we are doing well. Mr. Karaoke, how are you? Thank you very much for following us. Thank you. That is Mr. Karaoke, a colleague, is following us live. Just called. We are asking viewers at home, where is my camera? Thank you. I want to be focused. Viewers at home, kindly follow GTN TV on YouTube and all other Facebook, YouTube, and all other avenues, including live TV, home of talent. Thank you very much. This is GTN. And thank you very much, GTN, for doing this with Nyeri High School, PG Gadu, Kabare, Odaya Boys, and Chinga Girls, and Nyeri High School. We are grateful. You are doing work, great work. Thank you very much. Continue following us on both Facebook and YouTube. We are live, and we are doing it. It's happening in Nyeri High School. Do we have any comment for the teams? Any comment for the teams? Yes, madam.
So, hi, Michelle Wanju from the Kabare Girls High School, and I pose a question to my fellow colleague. Oh, a suggestion. I make a comment on the second proposal. So, when you say that this CBC system has not an example, I will take, for example, the son of a Kodida. So he has developed his talent. He had this talent of singing even before this system of education was introduced. So that is an example of a CBC system individual who has benefited and is developing and has been recognized worldwide. So yeah, I will make a comment for you to make other suggestions and to pose more examples, because his son is a product of this CBC system, and he is still developing his talent. Thank you.
Michelle, thank you very much. Your comment is registered. Hosts of the results. Again, we are live on GTN TV, Nyeri High School, Grassroot Great Debaters contests. Follow us and watch us live on YouTube as well as Facebook. This is where talent is bled. This is where talent is made, courtesy of GTN TV. GTN TV, home of wonderful, great promotional grassroots talent. It is happening now in Nyeri High School. It will continue happening all the days of the future. Great debaters here, wonderful minds. The judges are giving us results. Hosts, please.
We have come to the end of the fourth motion, marking the end of the first round of today's debate. And the judges have made their verdicts.
To the proposer side, Kabare Girls High School, the judges have awarded you 74.3%.
And to the opposing side, Bishop Gatimo Gandu Girls, the judges have awarded you 76.3%.
Okay, kindly pay attention. We have the results. The teams proceeding for the semi-finals. And before I mention the teams proceeding for the semi-finals, allow me mention that Engineer Shama Kiteme, Chair of Engineers Association of Kenya, is watching us. It's an honorary title. Is watching us. Engineer Shama Kiteme, Chair of the Engineers Association of Kenya, he says the boys, the students are very courageous. Thank you, Engineer Shama, for watching GTN live on Facebook as well as YouTube. We encourage others to pick up and watch us live. GTN TV, home of honorable and great talents. We have the teams that are proceeding for the semi-finals. We have Bishop Katimo Gandu A, Nyeri High School A, Nyeri High School B, and Kabare Girls. Now, the pairing is as follows. Kabare A, sorry. The pairing is as follows. Gandu Girls will debate at the semi-final. Gandu A will debate at the final. Kabare Girls A. So, Gadu Girls will debate at the final. Kabare Girls A. And Nyeri IA will debate, not the final, the semi-final, sorry. Correction, the semi-final. And the second semi-final will be Nyeri IA and Nyeri IB. Nyeri IA and Nyeri IB. So, the first item on stage will be Gandu Girls and Kabare Girls. Please, the teams, you come for the motion and we toss the coin. You come for the motions and we toss the coin. Gandu Girls A and Kabare Girls A and Nyeri IA and Nyeri IB. Thank you very much. The two teams, the four teams come for the motions. The four teams come for the motions. The judges have done a great job. Everyone else is doing a great job, including GTN TV. Watch us live, a home of wonderful talent. GTN TV with the Grassroot Great Debaters contest in Nyeri High School. We are here and we are making it happen. Thank you very much. We also request the patrons, the coaches, to prepare students who will give an interview, a live interview to the GTN TV, a live interview. We can do one now if one of the students is ready. A live interview with the GTN TV. Live interview, yes, with the GTN TV. You'll do it. The lunch for the visitors is in the staff room, kindly. But as the lunch continues, kindly let us have a live interview with the debaters. We start with BG Gandu. Angela is ready. Stacy is also ready. Please, we are having a live interview. This does not require anything else but courage. Just come and offer a live interview. So, the teams kindly come for the motions. The teams come for the motions. Please, teams, come for the motions. Tusimame hapa. Teams, come for the motions. We are giving a live interview. Who is taking the interview? All of you. Yes, it's okay. Sir, come. The teams, please. Teams. Thank you for being patient. Yes. Teams, come for the motions, please. Nyeri High, where are you? Nyeri High, team. Please come to the camera. The cameras are here. Please come.
They see me coming, then they shout hallelujah. Every day it feels like a new year. Overseas they want chop me like suya. Omo I know big dog for this do ya. Tire so greasy, you dey dance like breezy, easy. Omo my wrist they go, they freeze you. Them know they call me Mr. Money for no reason. I see they go, I'm a piano. We go show, we go let them know. Now we can run to town and any show. We got that any moves, we got that any foe. Bad man flows.
The teams, please.
Initiating range process.
At this moment, we are having a live interview with the debaters. We start with BG Ngandu. BG Ngandu. A and B, muko wapi? Nyeri I A and Nyeri I B? A, B, yes. Nyinyi muna debate Nyeri I B. Nyeri I A versus B. Yes.
I'm only human, so make nobody para. Say I carry woman, she na man way for carry, fuck all the rumors. I need that when I talk, say I be pastor.
Yo tunataka kuchukua hapa. Oh, sawa chukua pili. Sawa. Wapalo basi. Nigeria hivi na B mna ballot.
Uko sawa? Nafika? Naongea, unanisikia? Eh? Unasemaje? Si huu nilikuwa nataka kufanya wale boys wa nini? Uko sawa? Naam, barabara siku zote wanasema ni heri kenda mkononi kuliko 10 ashika nenda. Tupo moja kwa moja kwenye shule ya upili ya Nyeri High almaarufu shule ya upili ya Nyeri High. Shule ambayo iko katika eneo bunge la Nyeri Town County nambari 19, county ya Nyeri, na ambapo kuna hafla za mijadala tofauti huku zaidi ya timu 5 zikijihusisha na mchakacho huu, na tumeona kwamba ni mchakacho ambao uliweza kuanzia mida ya saa 4 za asubuhi ni saa za Afrika Mashariki. Na hivi sasa nataka tuliongee na baadhi ya shule ambazo zishaweza kufuzu kwenye semi finali ama nusu finali za mchakacho huu. Na upande wangu wa kulia basi ningemtaka ajiweze kujitambulisha na jina lako kisha tuambie unafanya chuo kipi.
My name is Angela Wanjiru from the Great Bishop Gatimu Gandu Girls, located in Nyeri County. And I'm here as a supporter of my group. I'm here leading 2 groups, Team A and Team B, in which Team A will be proceeding in the semi-finals. And I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see what we will bring to the table. Stay tuned on GTN Live.
Na bila shaka hongera sana kuweza tayari kufuzu kwenye mchakacho huu nusu finali. Labda tuambie nyinyi mtakuwa mnachekechana na kinane kwenye mchakacho wa nusu finali, na labda mjadala wenu utakuwa upi?
We will be going against Kabare High School, Team A also, on a motion we are yet to find out, so yeah.
Na labda nini hasa kimeweza kuwasaidia nyinyi kuweza kufuzu na kufika mahali pale? Maana tumeweza kuona wenyewe hasa kikuja ni lugha ya Kimombo, Kingenge ama Kiingereza kwa waliosoma sana, mpo shwari kabisa. Na labda mwalimu wenu hasa amechangia kivipi kwenye kuweza kufuzu na kufika mahali hapa?
So first of all, the key is confidence. As women, we need to be confident and we need to be bold. And secondly, our teacher has greatly helped us, and not just him, but a lot of teachers who have helped us in our research, who have helped to improve this English, which, as you can see, I am now communicating in, and we are grateful and we thank them. And what it takes to be a debater is courage, confidence, and intellectual mind. So, yeah.
Na labda midahalo hii ama mijadala hii inawasaidia kivipi hasa katika maisha yenu hasa ya shuleni mnapozidi kusoma?
Personally, debate to me has had a lot of very much, it has promoted my command in language. It has also promoted my confidence. It has also made me, it has also developed the way I communicate with others. Like here, for example, I've been able to communicate with boys from the Nyeri High School and others as well, which is quite good, because in tomorrow's world we live in a social world where we need to communicate with each other, and I'm glad. And also it has also sharpened my mind, and it has given me a greater opportunity in my academics, because I can now understand everything I learn in class well, and I've been able to travel to all parts of the world through my mind, and now I am able, and now I know I am good and I am confident in myself. It's a good club.
Na labda tutarajia nini kwenye mchakacho huu, na ambao labda chini ya dakika 30 mtakuwa mnaanzia hapa dhidi ya Kambare? Tutarajia nyinyi kutoa kwa nyinyi jamaa kutoka kwenye Biji Gandu Girls.
Honestly, we're expecting to win, but I know also Kabare will not go down without a fight. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's see what will happen.
Na labda kufikia sasa ni shule ipi na labda mmeweza kusemezana nao, na labda walikuwa wamewakimbiza kusema kweli ile tunaisipia wenyewe ama jamaa walikuwa mjitayarisha pia?
Honestly, I would say it's actually Kabare, because they are well prepared, they have good points, they have statistics, and I really want to see in our next round what will happen. So yeah.
Naam, asante sana. Huyo ni moja kati ya wanafunzi kutoka kwa shule ya upili ya Biji Gandu Girls, na ambao kusema kweli nimesema washa tayari kufuzu kwenye nusu finali za mchakacho huu. Nakumbuka kwamba tupo moja kwa moja kwenye mitandao ya kijamii, upande wa Facebook tupo moja kwa moja GTN TV Kenya, upande wa YouTube vile tupo pale GTN TV Kenya, vile kwenye runinga yako GTN TV tupo pale upande wa Pang. Tupo moja kwa moja katika shule ya upili ya Nyeri High, na ambao kusema kweli ndio wenyeji wa shughuli hii, na vile ni timu na ambao kusema kweli imeweza kufuzu kwenye mchakacho wa nusu finali. Kumbuka kwamba mchakacho kama niliweza kufahamisha hapo awali iliweza kuanzia mida ya saa 4 za jioni ni saa za Afrika Mashariki, na ni vizuri nikupe kati ya timu ama shule ambazo zimefanya bora sana hasa kwenye mchakacho huu. Tulianza mjadala huu aswa ulikuwa umepewa mada nzuri sana, na ni mada ilikuwa inajulikana kwa lugha ya Kimombo Grassroot Debators Contest, na ni mchakato na ambao uliweza kuanzia hapa wenyeji ni shule ya upili ya Nyeri High, na tukapata kwamba takriban shule 6 zimeweza kujifikisha mara hapa, sema shule hii ya upili ya Nyeri, Chinga Girls, Udhaya Boys, Beijing Girls, Tumu Girls pamoja na shule ya upili ya Kambare Girls ambayo inatokea maeneo ya county ya Kirinyaga. Na kumbuka kwamba mijadala tofauti imeweza kusemezana, ilikuwa ni pamoja na ule mjadala wa parents play a major role in the children's talents, kwa mjadala mzuri sana. Vile vile tukaona mwingine unatambulika kama our system has improved the development of talents. Vile vile tukaona ulikuwa mjadala mzuri sana, na kufikia hapa basi tunaona kwamba timu ambazo zimefanya bora sana katika mdahalo wa kwanza, timu ya Beijing Girls ilipata 77%, vijana wa Udhaya Boys wakapata 74%, huku mjadala wa pili vijana wa Nyeri High ambao wakakudi wakaweza kupata 81.5%, huku wapinzani wao wa karibu wanajulikana kama vile Kambare Girls wakapata 78.2. Basi mdahalo wa tatu ulikuwa kati ya Nyeri High kudiba dhidi ya wale wanafunzi kutoka Chinga Girls, ndo hawa ambao waliweza kupata vijana wa Nyeri High 77, vile vile vijana wa Chinga Girls, kwamba hao wote wa Nyeri High na Nyeri High ba wameweza kufuzu na watapatana mmoja baada ya mwingine. Kwa hivyo hapa ni pale tunasema kwamba kwa lugha nyingine ni fama dirai, na niweze kufahamisha kwamba tunaye mwenzangu Victor Kadhombe, na ambaye vile vile tutakuwa tunapatana naye kwa muda usio mrefu, vile vile aweze kutufahamisha zaidi haya ambayo inazidi kujiri hapa. Ni jamaa ambaye vile vile tupo naye maeneo hapa, na ni reporter ambaye vile vile amebobea sana. Kwa hivyo ninaye Victor Kadhombe, na ambaye Victor Kadhombe mahala popote alipo najua ananifahamu na nisikiza. Kwa hivyo ningemwomba aje hapa ndiposa tuweze kuzungumza mawili matatu kuhusiana na midaharo hii na ambayo imeweza kuwa ikiendelea hapa. Kumbuka kwamba hii ni GT